Good evening, everybody. Welcome to City of Sugar Land City Council meeting for Tuesday, February the 6th. A little bit about our council meeting tonight. In just a minute, I'm going to invite our Mayor Pro Tem, Nawshed Kermally, to come down. We've got some special guests tonight. He's going to do the invocation, and then we've got a Girl Scout troop. He's going to introduce them, and they're going to come down and help us with the pledge to the nation's flag and the pledge to the Texas flag. And then we've got a special recognition. And we're going to call down a couple of our special guests and a principal and some of the staff from St. Lawrence Church and do a special recognition. And then we'll be on to council business. Those of you that are here for either one of those activities, don't be worried. You don't have to stay for the entire council meeting. You guys can slip out. We'll give you some time to do that. Nawshed, come on down.
Thank you, Mayor. Will you please rise and pray with me? Dear God, as we gather for our city council meeting, we're asking for your guidance and your protection. Please keep our city staff safe and healthy, and give the city council members the wisdom to make good decisions. We want to also uplift our amazing first responders, watch over them, give them strength, and guide them in their important work. May this meeting be fulfilled with respect, understanding, and positive outcomes. Continue to guide us along the right path. In your name we pray, amen. All right, and I've got the pleasure of introducing Girl Scout Troop 151026. Their focus this year is to earn the Bronze Award in March by making bird toys to donate to the Houston Aquarium. They also have a goal of selling, get this, 3,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies here real soon. So let me introduce these young ladies and their leaders. Auburn Fitzpatrick, Easton Fitzpatrick, come on up. Mayor's gonna line you up here. Audrey Tinnen, Ella Osaisai, Chloe Keys, Olivia Baker, Mia Bort, and their troop leaders, Jessica Fitzpatrick and Erica Tinden. Come on up. So we're going to start with the pledge to the nation's flag. Who's going to lead? Turn around this way.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
And we don't want to miss introducing, we have a special guest in the house tonight, council member from Meadows Place, Tia Baker. So Tia, if the parents could all come down and join us with a photograph. Council members, if you come down and get behind, girls, we can step this way. Let's move everybody this way. Come this way. Go this way. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. Kind of wait till everybody gets out. Now we've got a special life-saving award recognition. These two young ladies were instrumental. They were at school with their counselor, Miss Shelley, having lunch. And she got a piece of food lodged in her throat and needed these two girls to do the Heimlich maneuver, basically pound on her back and get that thing out. And they were able to do that and saved her life. So I'd like the principal, Suzanne Bartow. Suzanne, if you'd please come up. Lily Grimes. Her parents are Vanessa and Tommy Grimes. And if you'd like to come up. Maybe not? No? Okay. Her grandparents, Melissa and Kenneth Graham. Friend Lauren Schneider. And then we also have Miss Erica Greer. Erica, you're already up here. Oh, there she is. Here she comes. And her parents are Dana and Todd Greer. And then Adriana, if you're taking pictures. So Adriana Gutierrez, communications coordinator. And I think what I'll do, Suzanne, you want to introduce it, and then the girls, and then I'll read the certificates of recognition.
So this is Miss Lily Grimes right here, and Erica Greer. These are 5th grade students at St. Lawrence Catholic School in Sugar Land, and we're incredibly proud and so thankful for these ladies, their quick action that saved their counselor. And on her behalf, she said normally it's the counselor saving others, and in this case, it was the students saving the counselor. So thank you so much, Mayor.
Ladies, would you like to say something? No? And this is from the office of the mayor, and there's a separate certificate from each of you. The Life-Saving Award. This Life-Saving Award is presented to Erica and Lily. Notice their counselor began choking during lunch. They fearlessly rushed to their counselor's aid to give her the Heimlich maneuver. As a result of their quick actions and clear thinking, they saved their counselor's life. They are truly remarkable individuals, and we are honored to have them as part of our Sugar Land community. Courageous young people are our future, and the example these two young women have displayed is a testament to their compassionate hearts, their steadfast characters, and their ability to do the right thing when called upon. This bold and valorous gesture is not normally the way I talk, but this bold gesture exhibits their awareness and caring nature, and it's given by my hand as the mayor of Sugar Land for our city council. So, Erica and Lily. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. And then if we could get, now we can get the parents down. Oh yeah, we'll get council members to come down. If there's anybody that would like to speak to one of the items on the agenda that is not a public hearing, we'd encourage you to come down now, and you'll have 3 minutes. And if you would, name, address, and what item you'd like to speak on. Anyone in the audience? Moving on, we're going to move to the consent agenda. The consent agenda is going to be taken as one item unless a council member wants to pull that item, at which time we'll have a brief discussion on that item and we'll vote the other part of the agenda. Anybody want to pull anything? Do I have a motion, please? Got a motion by Jacobson, second by Ferguson. I know, William. You vote at this time, please. And it passes unanimously 7-0. Thank you, council members. Item number 4, donations. 4A, consideration of and action on acceptance of a donation from the Sugar Land Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association in the amount of $14,760 for tracking technology equipment for Project Lifesaver International. We have with us tonight Todd Zettelmeyer, our technical services captain. And I'm also going to ask Chief Laura, our assistant police chief, to come down, and Captain Thompson. And if the three of you gentlemen come down, Captain Zettelmeyer, I think you're going to introduce it.
I am.
There we go.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I believe it was about a year ago we came to y'all for a grant on this program. Basically what this is a little tracking device about the size of a watch that residents will be able to wear, those that have dementia, Alzheimer's, things like that. And basically what we will be able to do is when we get that report that they are missing, our crime prevention unit and trained officers can have little antennas that we can go out and track them down, locate them in a more timely manner. When we found out in roughly October that we were not getting the grant that we had applied for, the Citizens Police Academy Alumni Association stepped up and funded the program for us. So as many, many times before, they've always been there for us with our partnerships. So we'd like to recognize them and accept the donation.
Yeah, please, if you get them to come down, please. Chief, you want to come down with them? Okay, let's move everybody over this way. Well, we don't have a proclamation, but on behalf of Sugar Land City Council, citizens, and our police, thank you all for stepping up. And not sure why we got turned down on the grant. That's a real missed opportunity, and we're fortunate you guys stepped into the gap and helped us out. So thank you very much. And now if I can get y'all step forward so we can get council members to come down, we're going to get a few pictures. You know, it kind of goes without saying that the thing that makes Sugar Land and different is the fact that we have people in our community that really do care. Not only about police, not only about fire, not only about EMS, but about everything that goes on in this city. And when we have a little hiccup where maybe a federal agency, maybe a county agency doesn't step up to the line, we've been fortunate that someone else does. So again, thanks to the police academy, and thanks to our police officers for keeping us safe out there.
Mayor, we are going to need a motion and a
We've
vote.
got, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Got a motion by McCutcheon, second by Watley. If you'll vote at this time, please. And it passed 7-0. Thank you, council members. Thanks for reminding me, Robin. We had everything going. We just didn't have the official action. We took a picture, yeah. Item number 5, ordinances and resolutions. 5A, first consideration of an action on City of Sugar Land ordinance number 2331, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Sugar Land, Texas, amending the fiscal year 2023-2024 budget for the City of Sugar Land, Texas, to provide that the revised budget address funds relating to certain capital and operating budget matters, and that this amendment be adopted as the budgeted amount for those funds. And we've got Chad Tustison, our Director of Budget and Strategy, and Rob's going to introduce Chad because this is his first time presenting, correct?
Yes, Mayor, you are
There we
correct. I'm extremely proud and happy to introduce Chad Tustison to the City Council. This is his first time before y'all tonight. A little bit about Chad. He's been with the city, I think, a little over 2 months now, and quickly getting acclimated to the way we do things at the city. He's been working in local government for just over 18 years. Began his career with the City of San Antonio's Office of Management and Budget. He recently comes from the Dallas area, a town called Waxahachie, for the city of Waxahachie. He has a master's degree in public administration from BYU. He's married with his wife, Jen. They have 3 kids, 6, 8, and 10. In his spare time, he loves to spend time with his family and enjoys running and mountain biking. So with that, welcome, Chad.
Welcome, Chad. You're going to get along fine with Ferguson. He's a mountain biking kind of guy, too.
Thank you, Rob, for that introduction. Good evening, Mayor and Council. Thank you for your time on this item tonight. I'm excited to be here in Sugar Land and excited to become part of the community. My family hasn't gotten down here yet, but we're working on that. Just excited to try to add where I can to make to this wonderful organization that I'm a part of now, and I'm grateful for that. With that, this item this evening is requesting approval to amend the fiscal year 2024 budget to reflect prior year encumbrances and other adjustments. As you know, the budget is adopted annually in September. It can also be amended throughout the year to reflect additional funding needs and also to react to changing trends. Additionally, the budget can be amended for carryovers. These are items that were budgeted in prior years, but the item may have been delayed for various reasons, and the funds were never spent by the end of the fiscal year. And so part of our annual process is coming to the council at this time and asking the council to reappropriate some of those funds to be used for this year, since those appropriations did lapse at the end of fiscal year 2023. I do have a couple of slides to spend just on the general fund. Total carryovers in the amount of $2.5 million. You can see the breakout below just to kind of give you an idea of what some of the items that we're carrying forward are. In professional services, we have our facility master plan and some redesign funding for some of the buildings and offices. We're carrying forward those funds. We also have some work left to do on the comprehensive plan and the unified development codes. We're bringing those funds over as well. And then some remaining reimbursements in the Great Homes program, and then just a number of other contracts that we're bringing forward. For supplies, this includes police radios, ammunition. There's also some equipment on the new fire truck, and it's something that maybe one day we don't have to say supply chain issues, but it really has to do with some of the supply chain that we're seeing. For purchase services, this is mostly going to be software licenses. We also have some special event funding that we're carrying over, or recommending to carry over into this fiscal year. Along with the carryovers, we have identified a number of other amendments to bring forward for your consideration and approval that have come up just recently. We have $120,000 that we'd like to set aside to help support the establishment of the new Department of Customer Experience. This includes just some upgrades in our telecommunications and phone systems, as well as expanding our language services as well. We have $237,000 to enhance the civic arts program. This is going to include some sponsorships, temporary art, performance art throughout the community. And then we also have $40,000 for a replacement of an animal control vehicle. This is mainly used in investigations, as well as transportation of supplies, as well as animals to special events and other things within the community. The vehicle is just kind of at the end of its life and needs to be replaced. We also have $150,000. This would serve as a 50% grant match with the Texas Water Development Board for the integrated stormwater management model update. So that's going to cost about $300,000. We're going to bring forward a grant application at the end of February, I believe, and having that $150,000 in place will help as we apply for that grant. When we look at the impact of these amendments to the general fund, you can see we ended fiscal year 2023 better by $7.6 million, which is reflected there in the change of beginning balance for FY 2024. Again, much of that is those unspent carryover funds. There are some additional revenue and some savings. But we're adding, we add back in on the expenditure side $2.5 million for carry forwards, and then the $547,000 that I mentioned in the previous slide to get to the $3 million in changes. Overall, our revised ending balance is up from when the budget was adopted a few months ago, from 32 to 36 million. Moving on to the utility fund. We did end FY 2023 better by 12.6 million. You can see that it's reflected in the change of the beginning balance for FY 24. We're adding 4.29 million back in for carryovers. And so overall, at the end of the day, our revised ending fund balance is up from where we adopted the budget a few months ago, from 28 to 36 million. Finally, I'll touch on the airport fund. We ended 2023 better by $291,000 and requesting about $50,000 in carryovers for some of their purchases for 2024. Lastly, you can see we do have a number of restricted or special revenue, other restricted funds, and you can see the list of carryovers there. We do have you'll notice SLDC and SL4B, those were taken to their boards last month and approved, and so they're also included on here. We have a number of other projects. You can see, I'll just point out the ARPA fund of $7.3 million. That is going to be really just the carryover of balances from projects that are unfinished. Just in summary, the SLDC and SL4B, again, those were approved last month. And staff is recommending approval to amend the 2024 budget to reflect these changes. And I'm available as well as staff for any questions.
Thank you, Chad. Questions, council members? Nishan.
Chad, welcome aboard, first of all.
Thank you.
And District 2 has the best housing for you and your family if you ever want to move to District 2. I'll help you out. Question for you. The $547,000 that you had on one slide, and then there was a 2.1 million that was on the slide before that. Are those two different amounts, or is the 547 a part of the 2.1?
It is separate. So there's it should be the 2.5 for the carryovers,
okay,
and then the 500,000. So the total amount that we'd be requesting to amend the budget would be just over 3 million.
Okay. And follow up, Mayor?
Follow up.
And then the ARPA funds, I know all during COVID and stuff, the 7.3 million, we're not going to lose any dollars here, right? Some of these dollars will be expiring, but we're good to start moving forward and spending these dollars?
Correct. I know there's a timeline for those, but those are tied to projects, and we are planning on spending those funds.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Do I have a motion? Got a motion by Kermali. Do I have a second? Second by Lane. You vote at this time, please.
All right, thank you.
And it passes unanimously. Thank you, council members. Thank you, Chad. Item number 5B, first and final consideration of an action on City of Sugar Land ordinance number 2332, an ordinance of the City Council of the City of Sugar Land, Texas, calling an election for the Saturday, May 4th, 2024, to elect council members to single-member districts 1, 2, 3, and 4, providing for early voting and for notice of the election, and providing for other matters relating to the election. Robin.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, City Manager, City Attorney. This ordinance before you tonight is to call the election for May 4th, 2024, and this must be called by February 16th, so we're bringing it to you tonight. The races on the May 4th ballot are the district positions 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the elected council members will serve for 3-year terms starting May 2024 and ending May 2027. The candidate filing period started January 17th. It ends on February 16th, and at this time we have 5 candidates. We have the 4 incumbents, and we have 1 additional candidate that is running for a place in District 1. The City of Sugar Land will enter into a joint election services agreement with Fort Bend County. That would make the Fort Bend County Elections Administrator John Oldham be the early voting clerk for Sugar Land. He will set the polling locations. He will hire the election workers. He will handle all of the mail ballot processing, and he will do a number of administrative items that are required for the early voting clerk. The county does have a countywide polling place program so that voters can vote anywhere in Fort Bend County during both early voting and election day. Last day to register to vote is April 4th. And early voting begins Monday, April 22nd, and ends Tuesday, April the 30th. We will canvass this election somewhere between May 11th and May 15th, giving us time to get any overseas marked ballots back if we have any of those voters. The oaths of office will happen at that same meeting when you canvass the election. Just a side note, in 2023, the state legislature approved that if we had any district races that were unopposed, we could cancel those specific race elections. And so if that happens, we will let you know, and that way the voters will only see the races that have opposed candidates on them. For anybody that does have a candidate that is in an opposed race, we'll do a drawing for order of place on the ballot after February 23rd. We're doing it after that day because the 23rd is the last day for any candidates, if they so choose, to withdraw from the election. And with that, I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Any questions of our city secretary? I'll make the motion. Do I have a second? Second, Ferguson. You vote at this time, please. And it passed 7-0. Thank you, council members. Item number 6, City Council City Manager reports. 6A, City Council Member reports. Suzanne, start with you.
Well, there's a lot that we all did in this last week, so I'm going to go ahead and do what I did last. So February the 5th, which was yesterday, we attended the Abigail's Place Bingo and ate pie and played bingo. And I actually won the first game, which I've never won bingo before. That was weird and fun. And on the 3rd, we attended the East Fort Bend Human Needs Chili Contest, and I was a judge. And yes, we chose chili that had beans. I was a judge, but don't judge me.
That's not chili. Carol.
Well, most of council attended the first session of Sugar Land 101 to welcome our residents to that great program. And the visitor center relocated to the sweet shop at Smart Financial Center. And we had the grand opening for that, and it has a lot of fun sweets to eat, as you would imagine, and also some great Sugarland merchandise there. And I attended a Commonwealth Elementary pep rally because Commonwealth was named the #1 elementary school in the state.
Sure.
Thank you, Mayor. In addition to a lot of things that we all attended together, I do want to single out the Canine Pet Resort grand opening, since it's in District 3, a place that Chad will most assuredly be moving with his family. And I'll leave the rest for my colleagues.
Deshaun.
Mayor, I attended 2 comedy shows. I think I just get picked for the comedy shows for some reason, but I attended with many of our small businesses, Hassan Minaj at Smart Financial and George Lopez. George Lopez is really aged, but he did a good job. And then I also attended last Sunday the ICC Republic Day of India's 75th anniversary. It was entitled Tiranga in Space, and they had a very nice turnout with many elected officials there. And then most of us this past Friday night were at the Fort Bend Chambers Gala, and it was just a great show, and congratulations to Carrie Schmidt and her entire team.
Jennifer.
I think all of us were at Meet Your Council Member for the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council, and we all did a great job. Thanks.
William.
Well, it's been a long time since we got together, hasn't it? It just dawned on me.
It has.
Wow. So on the 18th, I went to the Williams Smokehouse Barbecue and Blues, and I hear it's going to open officially on Wednesday. And not because my name's a part of the restaurant, but I certainly need the blues in my life. So there's a lot going on. I think you guys covered most of it. I'm certainly thrilled about the canine resorts because I love dogs. So I'll leave it to you from there, Mayor.
Thank you, William. And I attended the Brazos Bend Elementary School with my mayor over in Missouri City, Robin Ellicat. And I tell you what, those kids are sharper than sharp. First question they asked me was, how much money do you make? When I told them it was $1,800 a month, you'd have thought that was millions of dollars. And to which Mayor Ellicat replied that he needed a raise because he was only getting $1,000. And then the next question they asked me was, if you're making $1,800 a month, how'd you afford to wear a Rolex watch? And I said, well, I don't wear a Rolex watch. I said, it's a Breitling. But I'm here to tell you, those kids don't miss anything. So that was a lot of fun. Item number 6B, City Manager Report. Mike.
Thanks, Mayor. Had the opportunity to attend the gala on Friday as well. The Chamber always does a great job. And then had the opportunity to do a session with the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council. I know all of y'all were there. That group is incredibly impressive, and you just look at the talent that we have at the junior level in high school in this community, and it's phenomenal. So that was great. Questions were great. Impressive group.
Thank you, Mike. Item number 7, closed executive session. 7A, closed executive session is authorized by Chapter 551 Texas Government Code in accordance with 551-087, deliberation regarding economic development negotiations, and B, Section 551-074, personnel matters. And we're going to go ahead and adjourn into the council dining room, and we'll reconvene.